Yo, what the fuck is up, young bloods? How's it going out there? I know you've been waiting for it for a long time, but I've just been busy.
No, actually, you know what? Oh, shocker! It's a real human being. Who would have thought that it was a person, a real human being behind the mask this entire time? Face reveal at 5 likes, probably it was. Anyways, today I thought it would be a good time to jump on the old trend train and rank some stuff, as people tend to be liking these days. So I'm gonna rate some seafood. Didn't think I'd do it as Inky because it's a squid. He's a cannibal for a start. You know, squids are cannibals. You know, you just look at Blue Planet. That squid part is amazing. Anyway, let's get straight into it. So, classic S to F rankings over here. So obviously the S is the creme de la creme, and the F is get the fuck out of here with your fucking disgusting seafoods, dude. So anyway, we start. So we start at the top. We got some squid, calamari. Now, I love calamari, I have to say. So I could be called a bit of a cannibal myself, but because it's my namesake, I'm gonna put it in A tier because it's fucking delicious. Battered, a little bit of salt, maybe a little bit of lemon. It's beautiful. So yeah, we're just gonna jump that straight into A tier for now. I might change it, don't know yet. Okay, we're gonna smash through these. I want to keep it a quick video. Octopus. Now, another cephalopod, but for some reason I've got a real issue with its suckers. Now, I've eaten all of these foods here, all these seafoods, so I can only go by the taste of what I've had before. But there's something visual about an octopus. I just can't do it, and I have done it though. That's the thing. I just don't like it. I tried it, a bit chewy, bit tasteless. And the thing is with octopus is I know they're goddamn intelligent as well. I'm thinking now pigs are intelligent too, but I do eat pork. Nah, we're humans. We do weird stuff. I'm gonna put it in D again for now. I might change my mind. I'm not sure yet about that one. I just think it's a bit tasteless. I suppose if you add some chemicals to it, might flavour it up a bit. Okay, we're just going to smash through these. Okay, so we've got the king crab. Now, I had king crab. The only time I've had king crab's legs was at a New Year's Eve party my dad put on, and he ordered these king crab's legs from a website, and they come up in a polystyrene box. Ice, and they were pre-cooked, pre-delicious, and honestly I had some sort of lime and tequila sort of like a spicy sauce with it as well. It was like having sausages of crab, if you can imagine that, if anyone's had crab. It's goddamn amazing. So I'm putting these way up in the S tier for now. Honestly, I would try it. They're like expensive, but if you can get hold of them, definitely recommend it for a special occasion or something like that. Next one. So we got ourselves some mussels, I believe. Now mussels, white wine, garlic, bit of crusty bread. You know, you're asking for Flavour Town on this one. You know, it is delicious. Now they look like shit, and they are filter feeders as well, so they do sift up a load of shit from the floor, but the sea floor. But I don't care. Sometimes you get a bit of sand in them. Just adds to the texture, really. Yeah, so I would definitely think, you know, again, that it's kind of just meaty, like seafood smelling, sort of meaty flavour. If you overdo them, they're a bit rubbery, I suppose, with a lot of seafood. But if they're done well, and they're in a good sauce. They're way up, I would say, in the B tier. The B tier, that I think that's good enough for me. I think. Right, we've got ourselves some cockles. Now, everyone doesn't mind popping a little bit of popcorn while they're watching a film or something. You know, just a bit of toffee popcorn, salt if you're a freak. Cockles do the same jazz as that, I think. Just pop a few cockles down your gullet and you're in Flavour Town again with Flavour Town. So I think this is a strong contender for C position. Nice little snack, nice light little snack. Prawns, probably more specific, king prawns. You always get like a prawn cocktail or something. They're always sort of mediocre. King prawns, you're sticking a curry or something like that. Never a korma. Never a korma. That's disgusting. And if you think that's a good idea, for shame. For shame. Damn it. Oh, Coke. Delicious Coke. Anyways. Prawns, I've no problem ripping it off the shell and like taking the eyeballs off and just getting deep in there like a what am I trying to say here? Like a medieval motherfucker would tear apart a chicken leg or a turkey leg or something. I love getting hands on with that, especially in like a sweet chili sauce or something like that. Get it at Weatherspoons, actually, thinking about it now. Yeah, it's not like extravagant or anything, but king prawns are quite pricey. But they got a good flavour, strong flavour actually for a meat. I would put that up right in A tier with the squids. It's a flavourful meat, and they're goddamn handsome looking on the plate. They just scream out to be eaten. Sorry, you vegetarians out there. Right, I had to think about this for a while, what the fuck that picture was, but it's crayfish. Now, crayfish is an interesting one. I think most people just eat the tails, I think, so it's like crayfish tails, and I think, what do the Americans call it? They call it something funny as well. They call it something different. Sounds like crayfish. Like, I don't know. I'll flash something up right now that tells you. But crayfish, I think it's like more of a flakier prawn, really. I don't mind popping these, while watching a bit of TV, bit of Netflix, delicious. Again, with a nice sort of lime sauce. It's great. I wouldn't say it's that popular, as delicious as it is, and I think a happy medium would have to be the B tier. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to put that right there in B tier, and my OCD made me put that right dead center, and that feels satisfying. Okay, here we go. So we got a lobster. Lobster, very expensive. Don't need to do much other than boil it, put a little bit of butter, some lemon on it. I'm not fussed on it, to be honest. It's expensive. There's a lot of good meats. I like the claws rather than the body of it, but it's subtle differences. I'm not too fussed on it, and for that reason, I think I'm gonna put it in the C tier because it's not as bad as Octopus. It really isn't as bad as Octopus. It's a good meat. It's a pink meat. It's crustacean. I just think it's overpriced for what it is, really. And you get it live, and you get to pick out your guy, and you give it a name, and then it's in your mouth, and then next thing you're eating Gus. Like, you should never name something you're about to eat. Anyway, I digress. So, next one, tuna. Overfished, I think, probably. Yeah, probably overfished. you got your bluefin and your yellowfin tuna. I tell you what, I'll pop up on the screen right now a little snippet of something that I get off on YouTube in my spare time. I watch too much of this, and I thoroughly recommend you try it as well. It's like food porn in a really macabre way. It's gutting and cutting a tuna. Sounds rank, but honestly, I'll put it up on the screen now. You should get involved with that. It's delicious. Anyway, tuna can be served a multitude of ways. You can have it as, like in a tin, like like the Prince's tins, of in sunflower oil, sunflower oil, or in brine. I choose a sunflower and give the little bit of excess to the dog all the time. It's good in a sandwich. The steaks are amazing, very very sort of meaty, like land meaty kind of fish. Highly recommended. I say overfished, like all fish, I suppose. So I think it's good going B tier. It's good going B tier for now. I'm going to say for now, but I think I'm going to keep everything really, because it just makes everything really awkward for editing later. So I'm just going to keep everything as it is, and then let you decide if everything needs to be changed. So what the hell is this now? Oh, this is cod. This is cod. It's white enough to be cod, isn't it? Now this is overfished. This is, pretty much an endangered species at this point. And to be honest, I don't rate it all that much, to be honest. You got your classic cod and chips, fine. But if you actually get to the meat and bones of it, to speak, not a lot of flavour. Not a lot of flavour really in a cod. I mean, haddock's got a lot more flavour. It's more of a delicious, but because we've moved away from cod in an effort to preserve cod populations, we've moved to haddock, and now that's being depleted. I just don't think there's so much more tastier fish out there. So I'm gonna put cod with the octopus, really. I mean, there's nothing in the E and Fs yet. Seafood's good to me. Seafood is good for me. Right, this is a controversial one, but shark's fin soup. Yeah, that's going right down there. You sick fucks. Next one, sardines. Hello, son. We found flavour territory. Okay, it stinks. My girlfriend hates me cooking a sardine and in tomato sauce on toast. It stinks out the whole house. I like the smell, but I've always been into strong flavours, so I don't know. I enjoy it, but I suppose if you're not eating it, it can be quite it can singe the nostrils, so to speak. So it's a good fish. It's at that ratio size where it's not as big as, say, maybe like a cod, where you can taste the bones if you don't take the herringbone out, but then it's not, it's not super tiny, minuscule that you can't, it's just like a little chub of flesh, like some smaller fish out there. So I think it's right in that Goldilocks zone of, being able to taste its spine, but being able to chew through it like, like a knife through butter. So I think this is going into the C. It's something that I eat all the time. It's super rich in omega-3s. Omega? You say omega, don't you? Some people say omega. But, yeah, irrelevant. Yeah, straight in C list. Delicious. And I haven't had it too many other ways than just having it out of the tin, but I'm sure it's delicious either way you have it. Now, this is not for the faint-hearted, this is the anchovy. Now, I love anchovies. The stronger the better when it comes to fish. Call me crazy, but I like it on a get a pepperoni piece. There's no point going pussy whipped about having like a stripped bones, stripped to the waist, like margarita or something. You just find your favourite pizza. Probably not a pineapple one in this case, but you know, I'm an advocate for pineapple pizza. You know, sue me. All right, go on. Anyway, anchovies on a pizza. Who would have thought it, eh? I like to arrange them all around a little circle where I know I'm going to slice it in twain. And then maybe I'll drop an egg in the centre. And then cook that. And then I'll have a nice yolky first bite. And then some delicious fishy, salty... honestly, just mouth waters just thinking about it now. Oh, amazing. Amazing. I think anchovies are highly underrated. And also they're not overfished as well. So I would put that straight up into the A's. I know it's a bit of a Marmite kind of food, but you got to give it a go to know if you like it or don't like it. So I thoroughly recommend it. That's an A tier. Right, what the fuck is this? Oh, swordfish. Now swordfish stinks. It stinks, people. It stinks, and it is a smelly fish. But it's very meaty. Like if you like anything sort of like a lean sort of land walking meat, it's definitely got that texture to it. The picture describes like char grilled. Not much. Keep it simple. Dress it. Yeah, I really have no complaints about this, so I'm going to smack it straight in C tier. I think it's middle of the road meat. It's an unusual meat. People don't really tend to eat it. You see it in fancy restaurants and that. And I think I had it in town a couple of months back, and yeah, it still holds up. Still good meat, and you get a lot of it as well. I think the price is right. Right, I keep looking at these and thinking, what the hell? Kind of warped a little bit, but this is crab, like a dressed crab. Now the last time I had a decent crab was at the Rum and Crab Shack, where they do Dead Man's Finger rum, which I didn't realise that was the birthplace of Dead Man's Finger. So the pop-up just come up. Go away. Yeah, I didn't realise they made Dead Man's Finger there, and I was slagging off their hemp version of Dead Man's Finger. But the actual rum, proper rum, pretty damn. I mean, this is Coke, but downstairs I have some Dead Man's Finger. Anyway, don't need much for this. A little bit of lemon, with some crusty bread, tomato concoction mixed in there. Absolutely delicious. Can't fault it. In fact, actually, yeah, crab is dominating the field here. I'm gonna have to start buying more crab. Actually, whacked it in S tier. You got your king crab legs and your general crab in S tier. It is god tier shit. Right, this one, Gordon Ramsay's special scallops. Now I've had a scallop. It's all right. It's okay. It's kind of one of those things that it's a big chunk, isn't it? You know, it's like a block. I mean, it looks very, very delicious. I suppose it's how you cook it. I suppose, and you know, they give that caramelized top to it, like you can see in the picture. But yeah, it's okay. I think it's overhyped, really, by famous chefs and such like, because it is such a, you know, an aesthetically pleasing looking shellfish. So I'm going to put that down with the cod town and the octopus town, and just rank it there for now. Okay, so we got the British you know, seafood of choice here. Scallops are always come like in like a little bowl, and I guarantee 90% of the country doesn't even know what the fuck a scallop is. Not a scallop. What the fuck am I talking about? Scampi. Doesn't even know what scampi is. And scampi is, you know, it pretty much looks like a prawn, to be honest. And it's good. It's good. it feels like a fast food, like a chicken nugget or something. So it sort of takes away from the fact that it's actually quite a healthy bit of seafood, really. But you know, it's delicious. It's got like a certain texture to it that I can't really describe, but it's somewhere between a prawn and a crab and a fish, I suppose. So it's got the sort of the best bits of everything. But saying that, because it has sort of stolen a lot of personality from every other bit of seafood, I can only put it in B tier, to be honest. It's not something that I would actually go out and buy. I'd rather buy something definitive like calamari or some mussels or crab or something. So I'm leaving it at that. Oh, okay, so for your vegan lovers over here, we got some seaweed. Not just the seaweed from the Chinese. Almost said something different there. From the Chinese, but you know, just okay. So the Chinese fast food version, very salty, very crispy. But sometimes you know you can actually get it yourself, cook it yourself, boil it. It's like a spinach, you know, sort of like any sort of greens really. That is super good for you. I think it's a great accompaniment to everything that's on that list there. And I think, you know what, it's always good to have greens in your diet. So I'm going to put it up in the A. And I didn't think I was going to do that, but so I talked myself into it, as I just did. It's going to go up into the A sector. Okay, so we're almost near the end now. So you know you can notice I haven't put anything in E. Which is weird. Don't worry, we'll get to it, I'm sure. What the hell is that now? Salmon. Oh yeah, salmon. Salmon's got its beef. So salmon's got a lot of things wrong with it, really. Well, it's delicious. Don't get me wrong. It's right up there. You know, there's nothing I like more than having a bit of smoked salmon, cream cheese on a bagel. You know, and just having that, like, oh, beautiful. You can't beat it. But there's a lot of problems if you look into like farming, you know, salmon and things like that. You know, I'll flash something up now, but I can't really explain it to you because I don't know all the facts. So if I just you can just pause the video here and you'll be able to see everything that I was describing, I think. But gotta say, standalone salmon, it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. Now I might be wrong here. I might change my mind after this video finishes, but it's gonna be a B. And now I've put seaweed above salmon, and it's just wrong. It's just wrong. No. I talked myself into it. I've got to be straight in my convictions, so that's fine by me. Okay, last one. Caviar. I've only ever had caviar once, and I like fishy foods. You know, I like the taste of fish. Okay, I just like it. Okay, I know. People go, oh yeah, it smells of fish. Yeah, because it's fish, isn't it? And to be fair, most fish, if it's fresh, doesn't smell like fish. But that's what they say. I always smell fish in the freshest fish, so I don't know what people are talking about with that. But overhyped, overpriced, and generally, like, it's sort of. I have to describe it for people that haven't had it. Actually, you know, it's kind of like a salty thing. You bite down on it, it sort of pops with some like goo. Obviously, they're fish eggs, so like embryotic matter fills your mouth hole. And to be honest, because nothing's been an E yet, that's exactly where it's going to go. And I'm happy with that list. I think that's a good little curve. You plot that on a graph. I think that's how I do think that's how it should sit. Okay, guys. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Give a thumbs up if you agree with the tier list you see before one's eyes. If you don't, give a thumbs up also, but tell me down in the comments why you disagree with it, and maybe you can change my taste buds. Bye!